Is that the Lich King in Raid Shadow Legends? Wait, wait, that's not Frostmore. That's a maze. It's Wurlim Frostking. Hi YouTube, it's Yaso, and this is my Clan Boss series. When you're running Wurlim Frostking anywhere in Raid Shadow Legends, your team is going to be a tank. So let's take a look at his skill sets. His A1 attacks one enemy and has a 30% chance of placing a freeze debuff, which doesn't work against the Clan Boss. However, his A2 is pretty cool. It attacks all enemies and decreases crit damage while increasing your team's crit damage, which is an amazing skill and is extremely useful in the arena. However, this video will focus mainly on Clan Boss. So when you're battling the Clan Boss, sometimes the Clan Boss will hit an unexpected crit, which will sometimes kill your champion, which leaves you thinking, really? Did that just happen? Now, Wurlim's A2 kind of prevents that. It decreases that critical damage, which sometimes may prevent the Clan Boss from killing any of your champions. On the other part of his A2, he increases crit damage, which if you're using him on your team, then you need to make sure that your team has high crit rates. That's because he's going to be buffing your entire team's damage. His A3 increases defense and puts a strengthened buff on the entire team, which this buff will mitigate incoming damage by 25%, and your team will be surviving longer. So I have my Clan Boss battle playing in the background, which in a little bit I will go over how I ran my setup with Wurlim on my team. For now, let's take a look at what I have geared on him. On Wurlim, I have him in lifesteal and accuracy set. However, based on how I'm using him, I really don't need that accuracy set. He'll probably benefit more from a critical damage set. However, I don't have the gear I want, so I went with whatever I had available. For his stats, I tried getting his defense to as close to 4k as possible. For critical rate, I was trying to get to that 100%. Because of his A2, you want his critical rate to be as high as possible if it's not 100%. And then I have his critical damage at 92%. I also built Wurlim with 170 speed, and that's because I wanted Wurlim to be the last champion on my team to move. This way he puts up his increased defense and strengthened buff just right before the Clan Boss attacks. And by doing this, the strengthened buff will mitigate at least 2 of the Clan Boss's attack each time that buff is placed on your champions. For masteries, I'm almost at max. I decided to go with the offense and support tree. On the offense tree, I went all the way down to grab War Master. And then for the support tree, I prioritized Lasting Gift. This is mainly because Wurlim is putting up a lot of buffs on your team, and I want him to get extra chances on extending those buffs. Alright, let's get to talking about how I have my team set up here. But before I forget, please like my video, subscribe to my channel, and let me know in the comments below if you have any questions or feedback for me. So here's my team speed, the team's rotation, and each of their role. In the rotation, I have Wurlim moving last. In a typical counterattack rotation, the champion with the counterattack buff typically moves last. However, I don't have it set up that way, and here's why I have Wurlim moving last. I want the strengthened buff to be placed just right before the Clan Boss attacks. This way, each champion on my team gets 2 full turns of mitigating the Clan Boss's attack. When you have it set up this way, Wurlim is going to lose a turn of counterattack. Basically, when Skullcrusher puts up the counterattack buff, and that buff is 2 of the champion's turn, then when it comes to Wurlim's turn, and after his turn, he loses that 1 turn of counterattack. It will decrease Wurlim's overall damage, but because he's moving last and putting a strengthened buff, then he's keeping the entire team alive longer, which is a pretty great trade-off because you lose damage on Wurlim, but you do more damage because your team survives longer. Here are some screenshots that I ran manually to test Wurlim out before I did this video. And having him on the team allows the team to be able to 4-key the Transcendent Chest on Ultra Nightmare, which I say is pretty good because you get 4 keys per day. Overall, I think he's a great champion if you're looking to build some type of mitigation team. I wouldn't be surprised if in the next few weeks or months and someone comes out with some type of high damaging team with mitigation champions. and Wurlim Frostking is in that team comp. Alright, and that's all I have for today. And if you like my video, please go ahead and click the like button and subscribe. And if you have any feedback or questions for me, please go ahead and put it in the comments below. I'll get to it as soon as I can, and I appreciate you taking your time and looking at this video. Thank you.